3, 2.
And welcome back to Cabomil News and Community Update in English. You know, before we get to going, Claudia, why don't we talk about the weather a little bit? Everyone wants to talk about the weather.
Right. Like I said, we're recording this on Friday, and it rained for 2 minutes. And I really literally counted them. It was 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And everybody went crazy because everybody keeps waiting for this hurricane. There is no hurricane. The National Hurricane Center is monitoring everything because, of course, it's hurricane season. There's a tropical depression that as of Friday afternoon, which is now when we're recording this, it's 1,600 miles southwest of us. So it's really far. And most likely it won't become a hurricane. And if it does, it is tracking to the west. So most likely it will maybe bring some rain. The thing is that everybody's looking at windy, which follows the European weather model. And that forecasted that we would have a hurricane on top of the tip of Baja by Wednesday, by the 19th. But that's not the case.
Well, and I always suggest I don't love windy. I always look at eebmike.com because I feel like that for some reason I just feel like that's more accurate to what actually happens. But you know, and that's totally focused on the Baja. So that one I really enjoy. So I mean, people obviously, if people like windy, keep using windy, but also check that one out.
Well, and the thing is that the Mexican meteorological system, el Servicio Meteorológico Nacional, follows the guidelines of the National Hurricane Center in the United States. So it is that pattern, and they use those radars to monitor the weather conditions. So everything that is published by National Hurricane Center, it is then replicated in Mexico. Even when there is a hurricane, the alerts, the times of publication of the alerts are following whatever National Hurricane Center publishes. So if you want to follow the official weather forecast for Mexico, it's National Hurricane Center that then becomes translated to the Sistema Meteorológico Nacional. That's your bit of trivia for this week.
Every time I talk to you, I learn something else. Every time I'm on the show with you, I learn something else. And what I love about that is our English-speaking audience is learning something new. So thank you for that. Claudia, why don't you give us a summary of what happened today in the Spanish?
El día de hoy tuvimos la presencia de la licenciada Laura Bueno, quien además de ser abogada, traductora y maestra, es una escritora que tiene 2 libros publicados y va a publicar su 3er libro en septiembre y esperamos tenerla de nuevo aquí cuando se realice esa publicación. Y tuvimos a Tito Rodríguez, pero de eso ya se enteraron.
Hablamos en español sobre eso. Well, Claudia, what a great show. Very cultural show today.
Wonderful.
And we've got some great shows coming up. Next week, please join us. Cabomil News on Facebook Live. We'll have Daniel Becker, who is the owner of Banca Mifel. We're going to get into the economy. We're going to get into leadership. We're going to get into how nonprofit giving works in Mexico and the United States. He's got a lot of ideas about all of that, but very, very exciting guest next week. Please join us, and we'll have more guests too. We got a lot of people on the docket that are waiting to be on the air with us, and we'll keep announcing those. The leaders from Los Cabos, leaders from Mexico, and we're really looking forward to having them. But Claudia, thank you so much for a great show, and everybody out there, have a great week.
Catch you next time.